All right, let's see. Class. That's so weak. It's almost like people are playing on the phone instead of taking their notes out to do our notes for some reason. Put the earbuds away too. Yeah. All right, let's try this again. Let's see if we're paying attention. Class.
Yes.
A little bit better. Troy, I didn't hear you on that one. All you. All you. Troy. Okay, I guess it's a no. Anyway, put people on the spot. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and here's the area formula we're going to use. There's going to be another area formula later on. That formula sucks. Don't do it. Use this. And there is a difference, and I'll show you the difference in between the two, and I'll tell you when to use this one. All the time. So, we'll make the difference, and we'll show the difference, and then you can get the correct answer. So there's three different versions here, because it depends on the angle that's given to you. You notice right here we have big A, but it has little b and little c. Yes? This next one over here is big C, but then I have little a, little b. The third one is big B, but I have little a and little c. So when I have my triangle and I have it set up, I have an ABC. And it has to be specific for this. So I'm going to show you what we have here. So on example 4, I have big B, don't I? Say yes. Big B is my angle. Now, this 34 feet, what does that represent? That's little a, right? Because that is directly across from big A. So this is little a. What about this 42?
Little c.
That one's little c, very good. That one's little c, so there we go. So the formula that we're using on this one to get my area is 1/2 little a times little c times sine of big B. What mode is my calculator in?
Degree.
It's degrees. Why do I know it's in degrees? Degrees, minutes here, right? So I'm giving you values that are in degrees, so that's super important. And when you're checking your calculator, you've got to make sure it's in the right mode. Otherwise, you're going to get these wrong. I don't want you to get them wrong. This should be just plug in the calculator, you're good to go. So now from here, I'm going to start with this. So my area is equal to 1/2 little a, which is 34, little c, 42, times sine 55 degrees, 10 minutes. Yeah.
Calculate.
Yes, that's where I'm getting to. No. You're not going to put DMS. Now, DMS, when you do DMS, that's a good question. That means at the end, your answer is going to be in degrees, minutes, seconds. But the problem is, we're looking for an area, aren't we? Area is always square. It's a square unit. And what units are we talking about in this case? Feet. And so it's going to be square feet. The degrees is just the mode that we're going to have that in, okay? Now, let's go ahead and right here, documents, we have, I'm in degree. So what was my number, 30? 34. Okay, so I'll do the parentheses too. 34, 42, sine. Oh, I did forget. Thank you. I will get to that here in a second. And 10 minutes. There we go. So right out front, I'm supposed to have one half. Just like that, right? Did I write it correctly this time? Okay, enter. There you go. So my answer is going to be about 586.1 feet squared. So my area is about 586.1, and it's feet squared. Now, I'm going to be a stickler about the units on this because area is always square. Eventually, you're going to be dealing with stuff that you're going to have a volume, which is a different type of unit, and then that's going to mean a different type of formula that you're going to deal with. So you always need to know what type of units we're talking about. So area is always square. Volume is always, say cube. Cube. Area is always, volume is always, thank you. All right. There we go. Example 5. Now, there's a problem with this one here. I'm only given one side. I'm only given one side, so that means I'm going to have to find a second side. All my formulas had two sides, two small letters, and one big letter, right? So I need to solve for one of these, either A or C. The reason why I say A or C and not B is because if I found B, I would need little a and little c, right? Because it's always ABC, isn't it? So the formula for that would be 1/2 little a, little c, sine big B. But the problem is I don't know that, I don't know that, and I don't know that. So why make more work for yourself? That's what I'm trying to get to. Don't make more work for yourself. So we could use big A or big C to do this. Now let's go ahead and let's use little a. I'm going to solve for little a. I'm going to solve for little a. But before I can solve for little a, I need to solve for big B though. All three angles in a triangle add up to what? 180, right? All three angles in our triangle add up to 180. So let's go ahead and find big B. So to figure out big B, I'm going to write it out. So it's going to be 24 degrees, 40 minutes plus angle B plus 52 degrees, 40 minutes. And all three of those together equal 180. So since I'm looking for an angle, this is one I would DMS. This is one I would DMS to find my missing angle. So please solve for that right now. Solve for that right now.
So anything with angles or DMS?
Yeah, would be DMS.
But if
Because if you notice right here, it says 24 degrees, 40 minutes. So that means DMS, degrees, minutes, right? But what if I said 24.5? I would just leave it as degrees. That would be decimal degrees.
But the last one we didn't do DMS.
You're right. Because was I looking for the angle?
No, so it's
That's why. So if I'm looking for an angle, the angle has to be DMS.
so one of the sides is just regular.
Yeah, side's just regular. So let's see, what do we get? We get 76, 77, 20. So 102, 40? 102, 40. Very good. Angle B, right here, is 102 degrees, 40 minutes. Yes? All right, is anyone questioned so far? Because the next part, I'm going to go to the next page, and I'm going to use this and the law of sines. So I'm going to do this one. So I need to start with a value that I know. So that's going to be 27.3 divided by sine of what? 102, right? Because it goes big B, little b, or little b, big B, right? Sine of 102 degrees, 40 minutes. And that's going to be equal to, now I'm going to solve for little a here. Little a, sine of big A, which is 24 degrees, 40 minutes.
So the thing you did right there, that's the old formula we were doing before, right?
Yeah, that's the one that we've been doing. This is the law of sine. This is where we do our cross products here. So multiply this way, and then multiply this way. Ah. Oh, choking. Ugh. Coffee grounds at the bottom of my coffee, and there's like coffee grounds right there, and I'm like, ugh. Gag reflex. Anyway, so to get a by itself, what would I do to both sides here? Divide by sine 102.40. So little a, what do we get for little a? 11.7. And my units are? Centimeters. There we go, centimeters. Are we still okay? Questions? Yeah.
Wait, so you just started with the new formula you did to figure out the 102, right? That's how you found the
All three together
Oh, okay.
add up to 180, right?
Mhm.
And I now have little a.
Yeah.
So if I now have little a, this is going to be, now I have enough information to solve for my area. So solving for my area is going to look like this. I have little a,
Yeah.
big C, and little b.
A to AB1.
There's A, B, C, right? So if I'm using A, little a, and little b in this formula, that means the angle I have to use has to be big C. Right here. Because I found little a and little b, I have to use big C in my formula for this one to work. So let's go ahead and find my area. Oh wait, wrong one. I'm over here. So my area is going to be about 1/2 11.7 27.3 times the sine of, what was this one? 5240? So plug that in your calculator right now. Plug it in the calculator. In the calculator. You're in the calculator. Huh?
I'm trying to make sure like I know.
Oh, okay. In the calculator though, right? So control, divide 1 over 2. And what's it, 27.3 sine of, what was it, 50, 52? 5240, okay. 52 degrees, 4D minutes. So I get 126, actually 127.0. Because the 8 is going to make that 9 become a 10. And that makes this 127.0. So my area is about 127.0. My units are going to be centimeters squared. All right. Questions, concerns, complaints, conspiracy theories? Yeah? No? Not yet? Okay. So, all right, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button. And I got a new promo code for this month. I'll probably misspell it again, because I already misspelled it. All right, so he asked me to use his name for the promo code. So yes. Huh? Not soon enough. All right.